It's a new show. Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't bleeding.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Woo! We're gonna coordinate that one day. Like, hey. Ooh, I gotta do. Think about this, fine. Oh, hey.
Sweet.
Is that how you do that? Okay. Hey, everybody. It's hashtag WrestlePals. We're still gonna be stupid. We're still gonna be goofy.
We're always stupid.
Well, okay, fair.
Dot. Stupid.
You gotta think about it for a second. And you're like, no.
No, they're not smart.
No, stupid. It's fine. It's a way of being. It's okay. It gets us through most days.
That's right.
It's hashtag WrestlePals, everybody. Hold on. I'll try. Not. Keeping it together.
Yeah. Keep calm, collected, cool.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
fine.
It's gonna be. We're gonna. Hey, look over there. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin.
Oh yeah!
Unshakable. Look at the man. Oh, look at the man of Zions. It's still not a sponsor.
They liked my tweet.
Yeah, well, that's.
I said I deserve a lifetime membership or a sponsorship, and they liked the tweet.
So it's getting pretty serious now, huh?
Well, there's something else getting pretty serious too. I see you, girl.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah.
Tia Abbott asks, why the stupid title? Well,
Which stupid title? There's a lot of stupid titles associated with us.
we are stupid.
We are the Duke and Duchess of Dumb. You can guess which one's which, I'm sure. The one with the beard. And I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. That's about right.
See, Ralph Wells says, hey, pals. Hey, Ralph.
Oh, hey, see how easy that was?
That's him.
Which one's stupid? See, I'm going to focus on the negative. Skip right over the positive. Go right to the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Such is the world of wrestling. Why this? Because we're pals, we like wrestling. There's that dumb title. And because goddamn wrestling made us cry.
Now Bailey's trying to make you cry.
It got her too. It got her. It got everybody.
It got everybody. If you came out of Raw unscathed,
that's right.
Then I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you. That was sad. You know what? It's not sad though.
It was somber and real. What was not sad, sir?
I love Liv Morgan. There's nothing sad about that.
I don't know, man. Depends on your definition of sad. Are we going
She
for like
tweeted me again.
weird?
I'm just saying it's getting pretty serious. Like it's almost to the point where she's going to be sliding up in my DMs.
For why?
So we can go get some pickles and some hot Cheetos, maybe.
Pickles?
Some sriracha?
You don't go just get sriracha. You usually put that on something, I suppose. I don't know. I'm a baby. I can't even drink milk anymore, let alone sriracha.
What was it you had the other day?
I had
cottage cheese.
I had expired cottage cheese with some red pepper flakes in it. It only expired on the 10th, and it was the 21st, and it still smelled okay. Look, I was coerced into believing it was still okay, and you know what? I believed it was.
See, Ellie agrees. Liv loves Justin. That's true.
All right.
It's a fact.
So what did she tweet to you, Justin?
Okay, so
No, she didn't. See, I caught you. I caught you in your game. This doesn't exist. It didn't happen.
Look, I'll show you on the phone.
She never tweeted it.
I'll show you on the phone. Let me get
Was your name like tagged in the tweet?
Let me get this garbage out of here because I don't need any of these dumb notifications.
Dumb notifications.
This is hashtag commitment, just so you guys know. Phone's dying, so that's a great picture of her, you know?
That is a great picture. Yeah, I saw that one go out, and you immediately liked, retweeted, and responded.
This is still one of my favorites.
Yeah, cool.
I'd like to wake up.
You're okay with the pink hair now?
I never was not okay with it. So
All right, she just changed it. Didn't make like a big deal out of it. You were just like, all right.
make a big deal out of it.
I wasn't fishing for your Colin Quinn. Though I'm happy he's here. Because he can call you stupid.
All right, stupid.
Thank you.
Make a big deal out of it, you know?
It's not that big of a deal.
Mm.
You're legitimately looking it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, for what it... Oh,
I'll
you know what?
believe-
You know what?
What are you going to do?
Easily enough, I
Huh.
did put it in the Slack channel. I
Oh.
forgot, see?
Click it.
Boop.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to. Oh! Oh! If only I had this set up so you guys could see it. But,
Allow me to perform a dramatic reading of the tweets.
okay, you wanna do,
Quote Liv Morgan. Now I don't even want to sleep 'cause my room so damn nice. Le moi. That must be French. Responding. One, who's that?
it's Justin,
J-
but
J-
like a spooky
just-
version.
Justin, but like because, tis the seasonal depression. Justin responding to one Miss Morgan. Let's not act like you were gonna sleep any. Wait, hold on. Don't feel I've really grasped the character.
Okay.
One Justin, but a spooky version.
Mhm.
Hey,
Nah.
let's not act like you were gonna sleep anyway.
Wrong. Incorrect.
Le moi.
Incorrect.
Le moi.
There was no limois in there either.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm.
Don't you go putting words in my tweets.
I'm getting. It's not really a word so much. It's not a fucking word. Justin responds, "Let's not act like you were going to sleep anyway." Very suggestive. ...
There is no
That is a lot of suggestive in that ...
no. It's just because she's not going to sleep. She doesn't sleep much.
She doesn't sleep much.
Clearly, I was right. Or true.
I don't know.
True.
I don't know if you know this, Justin. I'm a literary genius.
Uh-huh. Nathan needs some gimmick work on the promo. It's true. Need to work on that promo, Jack.
No, he just says I should blade in the middle of it. And he's, you know what? He's not wrong. Face, arms, heads.
What does that say?
Liv Morgan.
Uh-huh.
And she's responding to one Justin. Hey, true. Hey. Suggestive space left over there. Someone tweeting you now, calling you dumb. They should. Oh, Justin. So are you in double digits there with Liv Morgan?
Yes.
She's
Things are getting serious.
Is she aware that you're an individual? Not a bot.
I would.
I think she might actually believe you're a human being.
Well,
That's
I mean,
impressive.
she saw me on the tweet there, the video I did months ago. At this point, when she followed me, remember
Yes.
with the bullhorn?
With the bullhorn bothering the poor people of the Wawa.
There's no bothering there. It's just
The poor people of the
Informing them.
Wawa. Informing?
they needed to know,
Yeah.
just like you, the viewer, listener, needs to know. I love Liv Morgan. I'm just saying.
Hey, not like you were going to sleep anyway. A dot. Hey, a dot.
You know, if she really thought that that's what I was implying, she would not have retweeted with comment. I would have just been a ghoul just like everybody else. But I wasn't.
You're a different kind of ghoul.
I mean, that is true. I am a different kind of ghoul. I'm a ghoul in a different way because I want to spend some time with her, you know, a little bit of attention, you know.
Giving or getting?
Both.
I don't understand you, sir.
I just want to give her some attention,
Okay.
and I'd love to get some attention.
Huh.
I'd like to spend some time with her. Get some hot Cheetos, you know. What?
So now that the big story of the week's out of the way,
Mhm.
what else?
Things are getting serious. I'm just
Yeah?
saying.
Are you in double digits with the tweets back and forth between her?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's getting close.
He's not even counting. It's
Not anymore. It's
now,
happening so
look at
frequently.
Look at him. He's aloof now.
That's one word you could use.
Justin plays,
Another one.
Justin
Confident.
Justin plays hard to get. I play hard to love.
Just saying. Confident Justin has returned.
Mm-hmm.
Might I suggest
Huh.
finally the appearance of Confinate?
Confinate. Look. some things I just don't do no more.
Mhm.
One, make lists.
Okay. 2, hamster style.
Nah, that would be a list. I don't do that shit no more.
You and your potty mouth. I love Liv Morgan. That's 1.
I am sorry.
Okay. All right. I told you after last week that I didn't want to do much WWE this
I
week.
know, right?
There
We had you threw out the idea, and it was a hell of a challenge, and a very good one at that.
It could have been done.
It absolutely could be. There's plenty out there.
NWA 70 happened.
The idea was, hey, you know what we should try doing in kind of this off week, and it's been treated as a weirdly off week, even though we have Evolution coming up. But we'll get more on that later. We should try having a fairly non-WWE show. And I immediately thought, well, geez, this is like the slow time in New Japan as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's dig into this. And then, nah, man. Bigger than WWE, because this is beyond WWE.
Mhm.
Real life happened.
Yep.
As it is wont to do.
So I spend a lot of times, unfortunately, trying to just see what the internet is saying about.
Oh, that was a mistake.
I know, but sometimes they're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes not. I remember seeing a lot of going into the live events for this weekend. Oh, Roman no-showed him. He's hurt and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh.
That's odd.
That is weird because, that was the whole sell going into his matches this year with Brock.
I'm the fighting champ.
I'm the
I'm
fighting
going to be
champ.
there no
I'll
matter
be
what
here.
happens.
Week
I'm going
in,
to
week
show
out.
up.
I will be here.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it. And, initially I thought it was because they...
Believe that.
Yeah. Initially I thought it was, well, they were rushing into this gang warfare of Dogs of War versus the Shield.
Yeah, I was okay with it.
Yeah.
I was okay with it because I still remember weirdly fondly this like weird area of WWE. Was it still F at the time? Los Boricuas versus DOA versus Nation of Domination.
Mhm.
I loved it. The weird trios and 4-man teams. And I dig it. I dig the idea of I love trio stuff, dude.
Yeah. And
Chikara broke me into it, and I've been a fan of it ever since. I love the 3-man dynamic.
I mean, the worst part about it was it enveloped the entire gold
I
of
know.
Monday Night Raw except for the Women's Championship.
Well, I mean, give it time. It would have happened.
Yeah.
Dolph is a pretty man,
Okay.
but an ugly human being. He yelled at Justin in a Hooters
did.
parking lot. Terrible. He kicked him right in the face.
Well,
Justin liked that part, though.
He
It was
should
fun.
have.
Justin sold it,
At-
too.
I mean, at
Justin
least
sold it.
I'm still selling it to this day.
Jesus Christ, Justin. All right, fine. Yeah, the because I was okay with the tag team titles being kind of moved around a little bit, and it was okay. But Raw with a big 3-hour format, man, a nice hefty tag team division would fill out a whole lot of time and make for a good show. But it was involved with the Shield and involved with the Dogs of War, as they were, and
Which I don't think they were ever officially called that. I think Braun just referred to them as that.
was it Braun or was it?
It was Braun.
Okay, because
I've got my Dogs of War hands. Get these hands.
hands, get these hands. Yeah,
I love Liv Morgan.
yeah, that's not what he. Well, he
Oh,
might.
that's what I said.
I know.
That's what I'm saying now.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, don't put those hands on
Stop
Liv.
touching yourself. So it was a good little branding thing. I thought it was one of those things that like Drew might have said in offhand, but everything he
Possibly.
says sounds so intense and awesome that everyone was like, "Yes, this is good. This is good."
Yeah. Well, I mean, they never went forward with it, and
Yeah, they definitely killed that off. Like, don't say that again.
we'll
Could
do
you
that the
just
ones.
say the thing about your hands and yell names and then put your arms up and yell.
Yeah.
If you could do that. Bella, I like to think instead of screaming, he's just trying to sing. He's just not good at it. Roar, it's a little star, twinkle, twinkle. It's just really bad. You can hear the tune in there, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Nah.
Oh, I'm Braun. Get these hands.
I think you can hear it. That's right. Are you going to add words to his scream? It's just terrible. It's just terrible, and everything that I love about terrible. Dun, 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 dun.
It works though.
It sends a message.
You
You know who the hell it is.
Yep.
But tag team gold was tied up in this, and that was fine. Universal was off elsewhere, and Roman was still going after that, and then Universal was tied up in it. Intercontinental belt was also kind of weirdly forgotten and also tied up in it.
Yeah.
You had a good mix of good people with 6 pretty decent individuals.
We mentioned a couple weeks ago, you pair any of them off, and it works.
Yeah.
There's money.
Yeah.
You're printing money.
And it was hard to see the rest of the roster just sitting there. I don't want to say with nothing to do, but what could that Intercontinental Championship mean to Balor right now? And playing around with Lashley. Stop it! I had to stop you earlier.
Lashley.
Stop it!
Lashley.
Stop it!
Lashley. He is the best worst thing ever.
Are you sure he's not the worst best?
I don't know. It's 50-50 at this point.
Thing to know about Leo Rush is he's an amazing wrestler as well. And it's like somebody told him, "Hey, you know how your personality is a little grating at times? Keep that up."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah."
He's got the little earpiece on.
Also, maybe like 1-2 bumps. Eventually, not every night.
He probably takes all of them at the live events.
So I just gotta be an a-hole. Can do. Good job.
Yeah.
Taking a negative, making it a positive.
Yeah.
For him.
Well, I mean, once he showed up at 205 Live and like they really cranked up, I was like, ooh, there's better character than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah. He had that weird like little stink on him, like because he said some things out of hand, and everyone was like, "Hey, you're speaking out of hand there. Could you not?" And the internet was like, "Oh, he's dead. They're never doing anything with him." Obviously, I mean, he's only on every Monday night.
Yeah,
whatever.
And Wednesday.
And Wednesdays.
So yeah.
But we've got again the gold was tied up with the Shield.
Hello, Romeo Freire
and the War Dogs.
You try that.
Which one?
Romeo Freire. You try it.
Lamois.
I'm sorry for butchering your name.
Lamois.
You. I'm gonna shake my fist at you.
Lamois. But again, the titles didn't need to necessarily be in that thing.
No.
It was a great grudge match. They had everything. A title could be something to amplify and give a reason for two people that normally wouldn't fight or don't have a reason yet to build into a grudge, build into a blood feud. And
what I hate,
did Roman and Braun need that? No. The Dean and I don't know, Humanity need that? No. Does Seth and anything need that? No. No.
I hate the thing that I hate the most is because the Universal title has never really been hot. So whatever, that's whatever for me. Tag team titles were starting to feel like they could be.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental was hot.
It was.
It was hot on Miz. It was hot when Rollins first won it. It was hot when it was Ziggs and Rollins wrestling for it.
But the second they put catcher's gear on Seth, it's like, oh, Christ.
And now it's dead.
And it's dead. But
completely. Well, it's about to heat back up after what happened.
Possibly.
Probably.
Maybe. It all depends on what happens. But that gets into the deeper part of the story. Because we keep kind of dancing around it because it's hard to jump right into it.
Yeah.
Kind of like they did on Monday night.
Well, also because we've already alluded to this, we are ... stupid. And I believe Tia Abbott, I believe her name was. I can't scroll up at this point. It's gone. She asked us why the stupid title. The title of the episode this week is there crying in wrestling?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Roman comes out and immediately he's in gear, or he's not in gear for like the first time ever, maybe.
Yeah.
I immediately go, wait, why is Roman not in gear?
First of all, casual Roman looks good.
Yeah.
I like casual Roman.
I like casual Roman.
I would have loved that more for some of the promo stuff where he wasn't like fighting immediately after it. But I get that as part of the character was I'm ready to throw down at any time.
Yeah.
So he has to be ready to throw down at any time.
So he's strolling down and
my initial thought was Halloween's almost here. He's got the like
yes, please get this out before we get
to the series, please. He's got the gold chain outside the shirt. All he needed was the little box cut and the fanny pack, and he would have had his Rocky Maivia Halloween costume. And I was excited for it. I'm down for that. It's fantastic because I'm pretty sure that means either Seth or Dean's coming out as D'Lo Brown, and I endorse this. They've already got the catcher's gear on.
Uh-huh.
It's not that big of a
You're
leap.
looking at the real deal.
What?
The Rollins deal? The Dean deal.
That doesn't sound
You're looking
good.
at the real Dean.
Eh,
I think you better recognize.
I should recognize when to move on. That's what I should do.
Hold on, I got to tweet Liv.
He's tweeting Liv, everybody. Hold on. You write it. I'll read it in how you meant it.
Nope.
Hey, yeah.
There'll be none of that.
Eh, that's public record unless you're DMing, which he can do, which is
I
weird.
can do that.
But
I wouldn't.
Roman is on his way down to the ring. Casual Roman. And I watched on a slight bit of delay where I got half of a little bit of the spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
But I immediately was like, no. And I went and watched like right away. I gotta stop what I'm doing. I gotta go look at this.
Yeah.
And
It was important.
It was important. And it's like, I need to see what this is.
Okay, so I also need to get this out here. This isn't jokes or anything, but very early on in this quote-unquote promo, I mean, it's still somewhat promo.
Everything is.
Yeah.
It's hard to find that separation between the two, even when you clearly say, "Hey, this isn't me right now."
And that's what I wanted to say is
That's
he
where we go.
immediately goes, hey, I've been coming out here as Roman Reigns saying this, this, and this, but my real name is Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And right then, I was like, uh-oh,
What the hell is going on?
uh-oh.
The first thing he goes into is like, I say all that stuff about I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be the fighting champ, and he goes like hard in on himself, man.
Mhm.
And you could tell that this wasn't him, crapping on himself. This wasn't him It's him almost feeling like he was letting people down.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody at all feels that way
No.
except maybe him. And it's like, no matter what you say, that's how he's gonna feel because that's the dude he is.
Yeah.
He said, all that stuff I said about I'm gonna be here week in, week out, no matter what. That was all lies. It's like, dude, no,
Yeah.
you don't have to be that hard on yourself. It's like no matter how bad anybody has ever booed him, nothing is more painful to the Roman Reigns character than him saying that to himself.
Yeah.
Stepping out of character to say that. It's like, geez, man.
Yeah.
Why are you being so hard on yourself? Oh. You're having probably the second worst day of your life.
He's had leukemia for 12 years or 11 years, I believe is
Mhm.
what he said. And this is like he beat it pretty quickly the first time around. And
22, you're invincible, man. Your body's ready to make those wage that war and do well.
Mhm.
But
It's come back,
uh-huh.
and he had to relinquish the title, which, on a list of things when you have leukemia, I'm sure is the bottom thing you're worried about.
Well, I mean, in doing this, it gave him the opportunity to kind of say goodbye, and I think that is important to him and to people, and the fact that they let him go do that. Because this could have been one of those things like, oh, he was injured, or oh, it's a simple squash match. Oh, we had to strip him of the title because of some aberrant behavior, or hell, I wouldn't even put him past them because in this weird age of, hey, we're gonna let you see a little bit of real, but then we're also gonna lie to you a little bit too. Of hey, we're just gonna say you got popped for something, and
Yeah.
we're gonna take it from you, and you're just gonna go away for a while, and then we're gonna announce it off camera. It's not often that WWE totally pulls back the curtain.
Mm-hmm. Retirement speeches.
Even
Edge.
then,
Yeah.
Edge did to an extent, but when he talked about it with Becky Lynch, what was it, last week or two ago?
Yeah.
He was talking as Adam Copeland, but he became Adam Copeland after he ceased being Edge. It almost like those two didn't exist at the same time. This is who I became, and now this is who I am, and who I am now regrets who that was. This was somebody taking their character, putting it aside in front of
Completely.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't know if I'm pretty sure they said you can say whatever you want, and I
Yeah.
don't know if they knew he was going to say that. And I'm curious if anybody has any problems with him saying that.
No.
But in that situation, you can say whatever the hell you want.
He's the guy, and that wasn't just a catchphrase.
Mhm.
He's the guy, and the proof was in the pudding. Whether you liked him or not, 4 straight WrestleMania main events, he was their handpicked guy. I mean, that's the reason you booed him.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
And it was a weird thing, too, because you talk about leukemia. it's blood cancer. It's cancer of your blood. A lot of people are like, hey, he's got to go get healthy and come back stronger. We're looking forward to it. There's no guarantee with this.
Yeah.
It's not like you tore an ACL or you're getting shoulder surgery or you tore a couple quads and then you can come. Why do I always go back to the quad? It feels like a dig. I don't mean it to be. This isn't a muscular or skeletal structural issue. This is
It's your blood, Jack.
and it's one of those magic things, man. Cancer to this day and age is still the way we treat it is still very. I always look at it as akin to leeches in the Dark Ages, man. It's like, well, we're gonna fire everything at it, and it's gonna completely destroy your immune system, but hopefully it takes care of that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take 3 to 6 months of intense chemotherapy.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin your immune system to try to fight that off. And then you've got to take months and months. I mean, this is best case scenario, months and months to build back up your immune system to just fight off basic things like, I don't know, a cold.
Yeah.
And in that time, you're susceptible to anything and everything.
Yep.
And, dude, just him going away. And he still looks good.
Yeah.
Looks great. There's no guarantee that he's ever coming back.
No, I mean,
You hope he is.
You hope
he
he
wants
is.
to.
And-
Everybody wants him to.
one of the things with cancer, he has money,
Mm-hmm.
and
Helps.
it helps. And I mean, you got to figure if anybody has a chance, it's probably him.
Mm-hmm. He's a dude one of the dudes in probably the best physical shape of, he's a top 0.5% of the country
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Yeah.
He's got access to the best and the brightest in the entire world. Can throw money at any of the issues, and I'm sure they seem remarkably thorough in the WWE this day and age, especially with like their concussion protocol. I'm sure they're very up on making sure everybody is cool with everything. Like it has to be a constant thing because your body is a money making tool. I hate to break it down like that, but its upkeep is very important.
Yep.
And they've evolved that viewpoint to like, oh yeah, we also care about the person too. I've seen some debate, very minor debate. Everybody's been remarkably positive about this.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some people like, well, why couldn't you just like drop the title or something? It's like, well, just I don't know, man.
Again, like shitty
Again,
fans being shitty fans.
Very minor. Well, if you go looking for garbage, you'll find it.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not hard. It's not hard to
wasn't
find.
Yeah.
And this one was hard to find, but I did see some remarks to that effect, and it was just like. But again, even they had the best. Bet I feel like in their weird mind, comparatively, they still had the best intentions. Like, well, we got to. The whole kind of show must go on mentality of like, hey, can we not break the. Can we not pull back the curtain? And we can find a way around this. We can write around this and get it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It took goddamn cancer for people to universally cheer Roman Reigns.
The way they started that show, this is important to get to too, because I knew that it was an announcement coming,
Mm-hmm.
and
I don't think anybody knew exactly what.
well,
Maybe McMahon.
they opened the show,
Mhm.
and everybody's still selling it. Michael Cole
Yeah.
is pushing Crown Jewel.
The-
He's talking about the big dog is coming out. He's got some things to say, obviously, about this upcoming match.
The desk definitely was in the dark. 100%.
I hope so.
100%.
You think so?
Did you see the cell afterwards? When Michael Cole goes, I had no idea. And
Because
Graves
that was the
and
thing, though.
Renee
I-
were
I-
torn up.
I always used to hear that about JR, that he always insisted, hey, if something's happened, don't let me know. That way I can give you an honest reaction. It's going to be better. And he was right. He
Yeah.
always would. And he'd be emotionally invested in what's going on. And I don't know, man.
If they're not in his
'cause-
ear telling him sell, sell, sell,
Mhm.
then he's just taking it in.
Because I got that. Again, I was watching on a little bit of a delay, enough to know that, hey, there's a major announcement here about Roman Reigns' career. It's like, oh, shit, I gotta go. And then I went and watched it, and I was like, I don't know, and I couldn't tell, and that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they did know, I'm glad they still sold it that way, so it could be the shock. So you can still get the the story effect of it, even though there's a lot of reality happening. And I don't know, man. I think there's no right way to say what's the right balance of reality versus story.
I mean,
And I think they left it at his discretion, and he did what he needed to do with it, and he said what he wanted to say, how he needed to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the more you could ask. Just go out there and be you and talk to the people. That's what you want to do? If he'd said, I don't want to and I just want to go home, they would have said, okay. And they would have found a way to make it work. They would have put together a package, if nothing else, and just be like, hey, this is what's happening. We send him the best wishes, and so be it.
So the shit fan in me.
Yep. Because there's a shit fan in everybody.
Yes. It's just how much of it do you let out?
Uh-huh.
If and or when he comes back, Joe needs to leak way more into Roman Reigns.
It's great. Ain't no suffering succotash happening there, man.
No, man. And he's
He connected.
he's well
hardcore, dude.
afforded that himself that. Like I don't know, I hate to put this on him prior to this, but he's the guy. Just go. Like
Just Joe.
Just Joe. You have that freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to break out of that or not, you have that freedom because you're the guy.
And we've watched it over the last few years. Anytime he breaks and interacts with the audience, acknowledges what they're saying, what they're doing, is in the moment, it's been amazing.
Yep. And then that's how you get people to care for you.
And so when he came out, it was thunderous boos
Yep.
mixed in with a little bit of cheering. And as always, we say, hey, man, reaction's good.
Reaction.
And he gets to the ring. And he starts as Roman Reigns, and then he transitions to Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a stunned silence. Now, there was a weird part where it was a lot of... it sounded like 3 shit fans in the audience that were still trying, what? If anything, just very minor. And I could almost feel like the rest of the audience being like, no, not now, please. And then they stopped.
Yeah.
And then it was silence, and then they let the man speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he expressed his appreciation, and he expressed exactly that. The whole, whether you cheered, whether you booed, you reacted, you came out. If you wanted to boo, you booed, and you booed loud for me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You cheered loud for me, and I appreciate that. And whatever happened, you watched, and you cared, or you hated, whatever. You elicited an emotion, and you let me elicit that emotion from you, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. And, he was at the end of it. It was such a weird transition to go from boo to stunned silence to universally loved and cheered.
Yep.
In the space of a minute. And okay, this is if you want a little bit of the shit fan of me about it. I'm weirdly surprised that I feel bad saying this. Again, I acknowledge that this is the shit fan in me as far as storyline and writing goes, and that whole the show must go on or carry on or be advanced by any means necessary type thing.
Mm-hmm.
They've never used that storyline for him, and the decent fan in me, I hope decent fan appreciates that they never said, yeah, he's a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
It was just like, no, that was something very private from his personal life that he's dealt with, is dealing with, and is going to have to deal with for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And they never used it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm weirdly proud of them for that, but also like, oh, they never used that. So the bigger part of me looked over there like, yeah, you don't use cancer, dude. How about you don't?
Yeah.
Could you not?
How about not?
Okay. I
And
suppose it could have got him over. Shut up.
I mean, it did.
Yeah, okay, they reacted. Shut up.
Yeah.
And like, dude, we're talking about the first WrestleMania in how long? Where not only is he not going to headline, he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
He's not going to be back in time for the next WrestleMania. He may not be back in time for the next WrestleMania. Uh-oh.
Tell me about the first time you fell in love. Should I tell her? I feel like I should tell her.
He gets like notifications in his tweets of just her.
Yeah.
Like anybody else tweets, no big deal. Liv Morgan tweets, he's right on top of that.
Right on top of it. I need to know.
You responding to her?
I feel like I should tell her that.
I feel like that's an open opportunity.
Yeah.
And this is I told you already. I saw you at a house show in Norfolk. Just be cool. Be cool. I think that works. Yeah?
Be,
Except say it like this. Hey, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I'm in love now. I don't know how to say it. Let me marinate on that for a minute because we're talking about things here.
Yeah. The more you think, the worse it gets.
That's true.
That's also true.
That's also true. When I have it, I'll tweet it. That's how I've been operating here.
That's how you never get it.
It's not
Oh,
true.
that sounded dirty. I don't like that.
Ew. So to move it to why we called Is There Crying in Wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot to get to yet. Okay, so Roman finishes the announcement, uproarious applause.
I was fine and with him and like solidarity through the talk. Not even promo.
I was sad for sure because
Absolutely.
it was sad.
They cut to people in the audience. That got me.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't got yet.
The lady just stone faced with like
Yeah.
a tear running.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was like, oh man, like
The-
sad.
the garbage dudes were just quiet. That's a lot
Yeah.
to quiet the garbage dudes.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Yeah, yeah,
Which happened the next night.
yeah. Well,
Way to go, Shane O'Mac.
shut him up. Oh, you said something? Oh,
He's not in the tournament.
Yeah, you're not dumb.
So his Shield brothers,
Mm-hmm.
Rollins and Ambrose, come out and they embrace him.
Yeah.
And Rollins just torn up. And then
Ah.
here's where the shit fan in me is like, uh-oh. Rollins is noticeably torn up
He's red faced and bawling.
and looking right at the camera. Ambrose definitely shook up,
Yeah.
but not nearly as much.
He's stoic in these
He's a
situations.
stoic character.
He's a
Stoic individual.
as an individual in general, and it plays well to where he is. The whole idea of your best character is going to be you cranked. It exemplifies it because he seems like that type of dude that like when he's happy or when he's angry, animated as all get out. When he's sad, that's when he slows down. So that plays into the
Yeah.
character,
So like
but also shows who the character is.
I was like,
oh,
something's happening later.
something's happening eventually.
Yeah.
Could happen at any time.
I still
knows?
thought, we're still building this up. But that was like one of the first things I thought, and then I pulled myself away from that to live back in the moment.
Because you were like, no, hold on, let's focus on real people for a minute. Back out of storylines.
Yeah.
And then you have to cut over to they did hold back their tears as best they could. And I'm thankful we're in a day and age where they don't have to as well.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty strong stuff right there.
Yeah.
And they got me pretty good, and Seth got me pretty good, but Renee's shaky voice.
Okay. So they
Okay.
come to the desk,
Sorry. Yeah.
and Cole he launches into I had no idea, and
Mm-hmm.
Roman, what a dude, and like very professional. Renee's shaky voice starts to get me. I'm
Yeah.
like, uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And then
Okay.
then
Because they can't not have everyone say something, because all three of them are going to say something.
Yep.
It's either going to be just Cole or all three. In the beginning of the show, opening segment, telling the story, boom, boom, boom.
and then they go to Graves. And Graves he's completely destroyed.
And
So at this point,
yeah.
I've taken Roman's speech, I've taken Rollins completely torn up, I've taken Dean holding back, I've taken Cole professional, I've taken Renee's shaky voice, and Graves. That was all I could take.
Yeah.
That's where I was done.
His face looked like it was collapsing in on itself, man, because he was just trying to hold it in. And he started talking. His voice was down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's his choked up voice. He is choking back like crazy.
Yep.
And then, talking about, hey, this is a dude with kids. And
This
it's like,
is- His kids know my kids. They play together, and
yeah.
I was like, oh god.
And you could tell he was like really, really hurt. And it's like, it's a shame to think they're being worked, but also I have a feeling they know that they want to be worked. It's like, you can give me the truth, but when it's right and when we can do something with it.
Yeah.
Let's make the most out of what's going on.
Dude,
Help me tell your story. And
look,
yeah.
I never did it at that level, obviously, so I hate comparing myself. But having been at a desk before, you never want to know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take match order. I'll take, well, this is where there's going to be a promo. And if somebody's going to come over to the desk, maybe that.
Maybe.
But other than that,
If this desk isn't going to be here in like a minute,
yeah.
because it's in pieces over there, I'd like to know.
Other than that,
Let me in.
I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to. I don't want to know moves. I don't want to know who's going to win. I don't want to know nothing. It's just better that way.
Yeah, it's more honest.
Yes.
You have to work way, way harder to be a good actor on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's a tool that you have available to you. Use it and get more honesty out of it. Don't have to sum it up. Don't act for me. Just be.
Just be.
A reality is way more interesting than anything you'll see.
And the thing is, this is why we watch wrestling, is it not? I mean,
Genuine moments.
to evoke emotion. This is why we watch television. This is why we do anything, to have some sort of emotion.
Yeah, and when you say
Pulled
do
from
anything,
us.
it's more than just consuming of a product.
Right.
It's literally anything. Why do stuff unless it elicits some emotion? And this was, and again, I mean, it plays back to the whole whether you cheer, whether you boo, doesn't matter. You're eliciting a reaction. Well, you weren't cheering, you weren't booing, but God damn if it didn't elicit a reaction. And yeah.
So what I want to ask here before we give our answers, when's the last time you cried before this? Last time you cried for wrestling? It did get me. I wasn't like bawling, but I was watered up. I was welled up.
Oh, you know when it hits you, man.
If somebody would have tried to talk to me at that moment, I wouldn't have been able to.
Dude, you and me, I think we've hit, and me more so than you, we've become men of a certain age where it's like, I don't have to be cool no more. I can just be real, and that's cool. If I'm sad, I'll be sad. Not damn it if this didn't make me sad. And,
Really sad.
Yeah, it was it wasn't, I mean, it was still the stunned silence. It got me before Graves, but Graves pushed it over. The Renee's just that little bit of shake. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. We should definitely have Roman down there, but let's just say miscommunication. So we do. It's nobody's fault. It just was a miscommunication.
It's my fault. It's fine.
We didn't communicate beforehand,
I can find a render. I agree.
and we didn't get a chance to do that. We were late.
If we take a break,
If you didn't notice.
I'll see when I get there. Shut up, man. Leave us alone.
So when's the last time you cried, openly cried, at wrestling?
Oh, dude. There've been several times. Like I never cried for like the Daniel Bryan ones. I always cry for really good storylines. And people like just the way the women's divisions have been built up. Anytime a good match comes along, I'm happy for it. I don't want to say I'm disconnected from like Sasha and Bailey, but I'm not as into them anymore. But the Naomi winning a title,
Yeah.
I like something weird and honest. And like I when you can see a progression of somebody that's worked really really hard and then win something and be declared like at the top of something, that's amazing. Or even I end up like getting happy cries like when we first got the first time you got to see Happy Rusev for Rusev Day, where you can see him get a little anxious and a little happy, just bawling because it's like he's made it, look, he's over, he's going, yay.
I'm gonna say a couple words here real quick, and see what you say. This is Chris Witt's answer. I'm sorry, I love you.
It was good. That
Yeah.
was good storytelling, dude.
Yeah.
That was straight storytelling and acting, dude. And yeah.
In case you don't know, that's Shawn Michaels retiring Ric Flair.
It's never so much the retirements that get me. In a weird way, it's always the accomplishments. I always cry more at happy times.
Okay.
Like the Daniel Bryan
WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
amazing.
WrestleMania.
Did I cry at like Undertaker's retirement? No.
No.
Did I cry at Shawn Michaels' retirement? No. I didn't even cry at Daniel Bryan's retirement. And I technically I don't think I cried so much as the Roman Reigns speech from this Monday, as much as the reaction of those people around it. I'm seeing real emotion from these people that play characters, and they're breaking. they're not breaking the character. Their character is being broken, and the real person's coming out, and that's more endearing. And any of the, like, for real, I cry at wrestling a lot. It's savage. I haven't gotten to dig into as much of the Mae Young Classic this year, but I know watching the last year, all of the video packages, like, I've come so far and I'm trying real hard. It's like, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
All right.
You're not. Sorry. Do you want me to keep going?
No, I can tell you one from Mae Young this year that might get me because she makes her appearance on tonight's NXT.
Oh boy.
Mia Yim.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I watched those little clips of the Triple H just casually like, hey, I mean, I guess I gotta give you a contract now. To which she was like,
I think it was great because, like, please sign me was the chant, of course, and goes, okay. Like, that was his response.
yeah, I was gonna. Here we go. And you know what? Her reaction was, you sons of bitches. Like, stop it.
Yeah. The Blasian baddie.
Meanwhile, the camera's like on her face, like, yeah, this is good. This is good.
And I'm just thinking
And
about,
then she doesn't completely turn away because she knows she has to do the character. It's like, okay, you're getting an honest moment from me. Oh, fine.
I just think about, because I recently tweeted from her match last week that that it was probably my favorite of the tournament so far. And her match with Caitlyn the week before had been. And then I think about her match with Baszler last year was one of my favorites. And I'm like,
God, she did have that match with Baszler.
yeah,
Jesus.
in 2 years, like 4 like just outstanding matches at least. To finally see that she's going to get her just desserts, as it were. Like, she's finally going to get some shine. I'm super excited for that.
And there's a ton of characters that I know I'm going to have cry moments from. Like, I don't know what's happened yet tonight, but I know I'm going to get some cry out of Gargano over the years. There's plenty of cry time for Gargano.
Oh, yeah.
This is a weird thing, and I keep coming back to women wrestlers at this point, but
Okay.
I think we're about out of the age of, yay, my character has overcome, so I get to break character and cry and be happy because my accomplishments. No, they stay in character, and I'm so excited for them because when they get this, now that they get to more stay focused and in character on WWE television, I get to be more invested in them, and I care a hell of a lot more about them as individuals.
Yeah.
They're just, women's wrestling in general is just making me makes me weepy, and it's like I can't do this. That's just
Well, to your point, the last time I like all out bawled at wrestling was when Bayley beat Sasha at Brooklyn.
that was very good.
Because I was so invested into Bayley. I like the hugger character I loved. There was just something so pure about it. And watching her, she had to wrestle her way to wrestle for the championship with Sasha. And the fact that she did it. And I was there for that journey.
Yeah,
And they delivered a clinic. Like, Balor and Owens main evented that night in a ladder match. I don't remember any of it.
it was good, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but
At that time, like, the women were outshining the men every show. And then this was the first time I was like, that should have been the main. Like, that should have been the main. There's no question in my mind that should have been the main.
I mean, this is another reason why I'm like, I am still, even though it's different than I would like, I'm psyched for the Evolution thing because it's gonna be some cry fest. Even, and every time they do, like, I haven't watched them yet
Hey, Basil.
because I know it's gonna get a thing for me. They've been putting up on the network the little short little vignette pieces like, hey, my son or daughter is a WWE superstar. I won't watch them because I know I'm gonna see proud parents. I'm just done. Like, even bad dudes, like
Bad dudes.
think of everything that people have overcome, to just get where they are.
Owens recently had one.
I'm not watching it because you'll see him as a real person and it'll make me sad.
Yeah.
And even watching, like, the only one I watched was like one of the first. I think it was one of the first ones with the Alexa Bliss one, and I was like, she's living a dream. She's living a dream, yo. And I went back and I watched the Buddy Murphy win at the Super Samurai Showdown thingy. because I know how hard he's been working and working to get this spot, and it has nothing to do with the championship. Even it's just the recognition on a major platform.
Yeah.
And then I see that with and anytime I do check into 205 Live, dude, it's like these dudes are killing themselves and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And the most amazing right now is Mustafa Ali. The dude just
Tommy.
elicits emotion like crazy from
Him
him.
and Tommy tonight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet you that was great.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get to it.
I saw the finish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think you should watch it.
I love Liv Morgan.
I know.
You know, it kind of brings a tear to my eye.
If you're willing to let yourself be open to it, there's a hell of a lot of emotion happening there, and it's great.
Me loving Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
You think I could make some people cry?
No. No.
You don't think people who watch our show on the regular will cry the day that I'm finally bae?
Cry?
Yeah. A little bit of a tear.
If for some reason
Mm-hmm.
something were to happen, like some sort of charity organization got you confused with some poor unfortunate child, and like you were able to
I don't
spend
like where this is going.
I don't either. I don't know if it'd so much be crying as like concern. You know what I mean? No, you don't know. Okay, let me be a little bit more illustrative.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason you happen to be spending time with her,
I get to be bae?
no, even before that, because
Uh-huh.
there's levels of progression before that happens.
Before becoming bae.
I guess I wouldn't know. I'm an elderly gentleman.
As am I.
Ease up, youngin. All right, hold on. Like, can you
Somebody-
make your shoulder pop? Let me hear it.
Can somebody tell Liv that I love her?
Is that what those letters meant a year and a half ago?
STL?
Son of a bitch! All this time,
Someone tell Liv.
I hate that. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Good. Ellie says she cried during the Women's Royal Rumble just because it made me so happy.
Yeah.
It was pretty close. You know, honestly, if Stephanie wouldn't have been out there, I think it would have been possible. She kept taking me out of the moment.
Yes. You know what? I got a feeling that's what's going to happen at the Evolution thing, man. Is any of the Diva era competitors are going to take me out of that moment of I want that progression. I'm going to love the Becky Charlotte thing. I don't know how or where it's going to go that is going to elicit that emotion, but it's going to be more of a pride thing.
If it mains,
It should have made.
it should
It's
main.
not
It's
going
the
to main.
best story in WWE right now. Hands down.
I've got a feeling it's going to be because oh my god, just the way Becky has played it has been amazing. It's the stop cheering me, shut up, get away from me. I'm the champ. No matter what, I'm the champ, and that's great. You see that little thing from the Performance Center where Charlotte went down to like show off there, and then Becky's just like, hey, don't listen to her. And then it's her rationale, and just the fact that she can run at the mouth. She runs at the mouth so good. Don't listen to her. They're going to stab you in the back. You got to stab them first. Be your own person. Don't trust anybody. Move along.
Two things.
Glass broke, stunner. Wait, hold on, what?
Two things that are awesome about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this.
I did. What is it?
When she splits the crowd,
Uh-huh.
to her left, the bad dudes.
Uh-huh.
To her right, the good dudes.
Uh-huh.
All the bad dudes listening intently.
Mm-hmm.
All the good guys are
In shock and horror. How could you do that to your friend?
such a nice little touch.
It's all of them knowing their character, being aware of it, and using every moment possible. Maximizing
Maximizing your television time.
Uh-huh.
And do you know who really, because she was one of my favorites on Mae Young, the first one to ask a question on the very left, Jessie.
Oh.
She is awesome. I can't wait to see more of her.
Have you seen, first of all, you saw the Rhea Ripley Tegan Knox match, right?
Yes.
Or Tegan blew the knee out.
Ooh. I can't believe I forgot. I cried.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I can't believe I forgot. I cried. Not like
the,
bawling.
The
but
crowd
yeah.
went dead.
Yes.
Respectfully dead. And there's no way, because I remember Rhea Ripley from last year. She's like, oh, fresh-faced, 6-foot Australian lady. This is the best. She's young. She's going to be the prototype for what women's wrestling could be. This is good. Young and moldable, and she's ready to work. Fantastic. And then I see her this year, and it's like, she's been watching a lot of Pete Dunne. This is good. I like her. Just a lot of her mannerisms. Just
Yeah,
oh, you're on the ground.
that sucks.
Shame.
I can't beat you up anymore.
And then
No.
she changed her Twitter picture to basically just her from the knees down and Tegan Knox laying in the ring. It's just and I'm sure she's spoken with Tegan and been
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Get
I'm
well.
using this. Yeah,
Can I want to?" To which I'm sure Tegan was like,
please.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
can someone get something out of this busted knee? This is
Yeah.
gonna be do it, girl."
Now you have a huge return story too.
And now, paying attention to Rhea Ripley on Twitter
Yeah.
because she, basically didn't necessarily call out Becky Lynch, but was like, "Good for you for being a jerk."
Mm-hmm.
To which Becky was like, "Hey, I'll bust your face too." And then the two of them had a little back and forth of, "Yeah, well, I'm gonna be at Evolution, so what's up?"
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, that little acknowledgement that Twitter is this weird little place to play.
Take
And,
a little stab.
Hey, it got me excited for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. I mean,
She was totally making Pete Dunne face,
yeah. I love how
which may be Baby William Regal face. Which either way,
yeah.
I don't care. The
I love
best.
how she was getting comparisons to Charlotte, and she's like, "Nah, I can't have that." That's
nah.
great.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't be somebody else. Be you.
Some people would take that and be like, "Okay,
Mm.
I'll roll with that." She
Nah.
was like, "Nah."
And that gets back to it comes back around a bit to the Roman Reigns thing. It's like that's one of those quotes that he's become like weirdly famous for. Is like, "Hey, you could be the next John Cena." It's like I don't want that. I don't want to be the next John Cena. I want to be the first Roman Reigns. It's like that's the answer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Be you. Being somebody else is hard. Ain't fun. It ain't natural. It isn't right and natural.
It's only right and natural. Ralph Walsh says, though, Evolution is not going to be NXT matches. I could be wrong, but judging by what they're hyping, Ronda versus Nikki and Becky versus Charlotte, and Bliss and Mickey versus Trish and Lita in the Battle Royal, but no hype on Shayna and Kyrie or the Mae Young Classic. Now, the reason they haven't hyped the Mae Young Classic finals is because they didn't have the competitors until tonight, technically.
Right.
They still could have been hyping, hey, the Mae Young Classic finals are going to happen here, and they are on the Mae Young Classic. But if you have the network, you already know that.
Right.
The Shayna and Kyrie, the lack of Shayna and Kyrie hype has been kind of a bummer.
Like just
Saw a little bit of it on SmackDown, I think.
Just mention it and put their pictures up, man. Just enough to go, man, she looks tough. What is she, a pirate? That's cool. Literally, that's just put the product in front of people.
We got a tweet from Shayna last week.
We?
The
Who
Wrestle
we?
Pals.
Uh-oh.
I tweeted her. Well,
I've never been this scared in my life.
well, I mean, I tweeted out to her that I don't think in recent memory I've been as impressed as anybody as I have been with her. And I was like, not kissing ass, just respecting the work. And she goes, your higher intelligence is showing. To which I was like, oh, oops, I meant to say IR smart.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I don't know that Ronda's been impressive, but like
Ronda is an attraction at the moment still, but she wants to work and she's doing a damn good job. She's an attraction at the moment.
Shayna, I mean, obviously she's been doing it longer. But the mastery on what the character is, even though it's just simply a badass, but you still have to master that.
Hey, I need to believe that you're that.
And then
I believe it with her.
And then watching the ring work, again, this goes back to what we always used to complain about with Roman. Your words and your actions have to match. And damned if they don't. She might be, she's one of the closest definitions of that.
Yeah.
What she says and what she does are completely in line.
And just the little things, like when she lost, she could have been like the just angry heel about it. I'm so mad. This is unfair. Nah, she's like, I lost. That ain't gonna happen again. That's great.
And she also didn't give Kyrie the credit.
Yeah.
She's like, she didn't beat me. I lost.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a jerk.
Oh.
Good job.
She's great. She's outstanding.
But again, yeah, I feel like that evolution thing, because I think somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat there, and it was like, these are the no-no words that we're not supposed to say this week, but I'm going to say it anyway. Not a lot of talk about Crown Jewel. That being said, what a perfect vacuum to fill up with, I don't know, Evolution?
Yeah.
Or anything. Just hype anything that's happening. Now, a lot of due time given to Roman throughout the week,
Yeah.
and they could have leaned on it more, and they didn't, which is good.
I am kind of bummed that I guess when it's a story like that, it kind of has to, but it definitely invaded SmackDown Live too. It's like,
Well, I think it gave some credibility at a very important time to the Usos.
that's also true.
That's also true.
That's also true.
I can't sing it that good. Sorry. Yeah. Apparently, this and any maneuver will win you a match. Mhm.
Who knew?
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
If I
but
do this and then tweet at Liv, do I get the win?
I mean, it's worth a shot, man. What do I?
I don't know why
What do I
Jenny.
know? What do I know about ladies?
Why did Jenny have to tweet this to me?
Just to you?
Yeah, well, also to Liv.
Okay. Madman.
What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do nothing.
Goddamn. She's right about you. You're a goddamn madman.
I just didn't live. That's it.
Okay, look, just your choice of prepositional phrasing, and I get that you're using "live" as a pronoun for
L-I-V.
yeah, I just say to a layperson, it doesn't sound good when you say that.
Should I say the full I'm in love with Liv? I love Liv Morgan?
That's what I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying I'm used to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear the "in" thing.
I'm in Liv.
Now, see, that's the part I don't like. That's the one that makes it a little too real, and I don't like it. I don't know.
Weird.
Give me what I'm comfortable with.
I love Liv Morgan.
Okay, fine. So, when it comes to, all right, we're gonna take Crown Jewel off. I know you don't want to put Crown Jewel on the table.
There's a couple things that we need to.
Nothing's confirmed, so we don't want to talk about something that isn't confirmed. It's just a bunch of
Right.
speculation. It's speculation, goddammit! That's my favorite clip ever.
The only thing I want to mention
Mm-hmm.
is I'm tired of seeing. Well, why don't they just do it somewhere else?
That we can address. 'Cause no.
I mean, is it possible that they could? Sure.
How far are we away from it right now?
2 weeks?
2 weeks, okay? Here's what I want you to
2
do.
weeks.
I want you to sell your house, buy a new house, and move there in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's not a big deal. It's just buying a house. No big whoop, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, no, you could probably finance a car in 2 weeks.
So I mean, this all went down a week.
You
and a
got
half,
20
2
minutes.
weeks
Go
ago?
finance a car. Go.
They
Hurry.
had at best a month to try to move it. Again, I mean, is it possible? Sure, but do you know what had to go in to get it there?
How many times have we had, like, during basketball playoffs where it's like, oh, shit, the Denver Nuggets are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We got to move. Okay, we can get to the Staples Center. That's okay. And it's hectic. Because that's the one I remember the one when they had to move from Denver and they went
I think
there.
it was 08.
Yeah.
That was Kennedy hurt Orton in that match.
Mm-hmm.
The main event was all the good guys in Los Angeles Lakers gear and all the bad guys in Denver Nuggets gear.
Because it's good for them.
Because Vince be petty.
Good. I want to be. But you don't just pick up a major show and move it, especially when the reason for that major show, the impetus of that major show wasn't just to do a show. It was to do a show for a shitload of money. You know, they're not going to just, hey, what's Wembley doing today?
I know.
Let's go back to Australia. What's happening, Tokyo Dome? They're not busy, are they? I don't know. Hey, does Dallas still have a football team? I know they got that stadium. That sounds like I'm taking a dig at football. I don't know. Or
Just
give a
the
shit
idea that it would be that simple.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not like just like venue be damned. Just coordinating travel for the gear and the individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Consider that. Yeah. And they can't move it. They could potentially cancel it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yep.
And that would make for a hell of a Raw the next night, by the way.
Yeah.
They would be the best. Because that's what they would do. They would just say, well, I guess we got to finish these storylines somewhere. And you know what? It would be a hell of a show. And it would be great. But and everything's going to kind of revolve around the Roman stuff this week. I was remarkably impressed with the outpouring, not just from fans, but from other wrestlers and from other organizations in general. Oh, did you have some you're going through there?
No.
Oh, you're just moving the chat. Like, literally everybody poured out, like, when, like, New Japan tweets, and it's like, hey, you know, you're a champion beyond companies. When ROH tweets out basically the same. When all of the other companies do the same. When top stars from all over the world are like, hey, get well, please. We love you. And this was, I think, the most touching, when Tama Tonga stops the Garbage Human act for a minute. I like that he's on the top of your list there. When he's like, hey, man, look, dude, for real, though, get well. When that's what he has to say about it. He broke the character. Oh, man, what's up?
All right, so
is there even more?
Well,
You want to go word for word on that? Because I feel Tama Tonga has been an a-hole lately of immensely fantastic proportions.
Here's a
and great.
Here's a run of 3 tweets. So the first one, welcome to the #cutthroat era. And you ain't messing with no dummies here. And a picture of him being all great and stuff. Followed by, all gimmicks aside, my prayers and thoughts are with you at WWE Roman Reigns. Much ofas always, oos. Oh, there's a human there.
Yeah.
Oh. And then back to business. Literally.
Back to business.
Back to business. We run this game now, you bitches. #Bullet Club. #Cutthroat Era. I kind of love you, Tama Tonga. You kind of great.
Kinda?
There's no kinda.
You do.
I love Liv Morgan more.
I know. But you know what? It's nice to be able to spread that around a little bit. Okay?
Somebody tell Liv.
So it's just an outpouring universally.
Yeah.
When everybody can kind of break character for a minute and just be like, hey, there's actual human beings. Now, usually we only see this very, very infrequently when somebody passes. And it's always a shame when that's what it takes for somebody to get real for a minute. And you have a little tribute package and people kind of move on. Hey, maybe we'll have a Hall of Fame thing in a couple years. Who knows? Nah, dude, this is a living dude that's still like right there in front of us. And everybody gets to come and say that to the person himself. And Roman expressed that I think, I'm curious what he's going to do. Is he going to kind of go away? I don't know.
We'd have to, I think.
Because he made the one tweet, which was the, hey, you know, thank you to everybody. I appreciate all of you. Bye. But,
hey,
you never know.
It's the best thing for him to just go away. I mean, I know everybody was kind of cheering for him there at the end, but like, God, I hate, again, shit fan in me. Like, the best thing that can happen for him is to go away for a little bit. I hate that this has to be what it is to make him go away. But if he's going to continue to be the top of the card, then he needs to go away for a little bit.
Take that long time, be completely off the radar.
When he comes back, it's going to be a massive,
like Royal Rumble 2020, number 30. The music hits.
Dana, and hopefully the first time we've heard it since.
That is another fantastic point, because I'm kind of glad that the Shield broke up, because that means that music goes away. It's not going to be associated with him. It doesn't have to be associated with Dean. It doesn't have to be associated with Seth. I'm curious if Dean's going to go back to the Vespa speeding off music. It's the best. Just go with a chainsaw, dude. It's fine. It's the best. Whatever, man. I like that theme, and I like that crazy son bitch. It's awesome. Yes, that's the one.
Here, let's go back.
Yes. You're accelerating in a 16-bit racing game right there. It's awesome. But what all is changing now as a result of this?
Well, let's start right there, because we didn't talk about this yet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know we're a over the place, all a little around the place, but everything's circling around this one major story in here. Like it literally could have been anybody else in the roster, and it would have been like, oh damn, that's. But no, it's the top of the roster and the leader of the locker room.
Yep. Wait, I mean,
I guess there's more to that on who it affects, because you mentioned this one, and I think it hit my radar too, as far as people reaching out that you wouldn't really expect to reach out. Aleister Black.
yep.
Making sure to tweet out. And he's like just coming back himself, so he's been off the radar on purpose. So when he came back, it was a surprise, but he even made sure to break that stoic persona to say, hey,
This guy's pretty great.
yeah, I like.
Thank you for being awesome.
And he didn't say it so much, but this is how I interpret it, and I mean the best by it. It's as if he said, look, man, I know I'm kind of a weird dude. And I got like a kind of way about me. I mean very well, but I'm a little unapproachable. Yeah, he approached me, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I love you. And then I thought it was also a fantastic thing for him to point out who he thought the other leaders in the locker room were, like Seth, Bray,
Clearly.
and Finn.
Yeah.
And it's like
I dig that.
he very much made sure to say, I don't talk all that often, but when I do, I want to say something good about some people that I think are really good. You guys are great. I love you. Bye. And then he sat Indian style very quietly for a long time. And everybody got scared.
And then he got really mad because Nikki Cross whispered something to him.
Still the best thing that's ever happened in wrestling in like a year.
It's kind of great.
It's like she stopped and said, yes, Satan?
Ooh, speaking of Satan,
Okay.
on the other
Oh.
other side of this, we got to talk about Impact Wrestling because we've kind of been ignoring it. But so the main event of Raw, we talked about the tag team championships being pretty much in limbo.
Yeah.
So the McIntyre and Ziggs,
They steer into limbo here.
yeah, McIntyre and
Timeless.
Ziggs were tag champs, and they've put on great matches with Ambrose and Rollins relatively recently. So this is no exception. Another really great main event.
Right.
You figure, okay, well, Shield's got to win this. It's
It's
going to
a
be for
feel-good
Roman.
moment.
It's going to be for Roman.
Do it for the big dog.
But a big dog, and they do. They win the match because they're very clearly staring towards, dude, I can't believe how badly I want this. Strowman and McIntyre. Oh, my God. It's going to be awesome.
I swear that was like weirdly on the horizon, like it was an option C.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's been like, no, this is a great idea.
Oh, my God. Because it's making McIntyre look like even more of a beast than he is. Because he's amazing.
Because he goes eye to eye with Strowman.
Yes, he does. And it's great.
And he outclasses him.
Oh, my God. Well, because, look, I love...
Strowman's big,
Yeah.
but he's a big... Look, and it's nothing bad about that.
No.
But his character is, I'm very strong and oafish, but it's an uncontrollable, untenable, unrestrainable strength, and that's what I represent. I've got more than anybody, but I don't control it well. Meanwhile, McIntyre's focused rage and
Finesse.
the strength is not quite on the same par, but goddamn if it ain't close.
This is the perfect time to pull the trigger with McIntyre.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, obviously, it can't happen at Crown Jewel or whatever's going to happen because of it, because they make that a one-on-one match, Lesnar and Strowman.
I hope that is really good.
Me too.
It's got the chance to be garbage. It's got the chance to be great.
McIntyre is ready, and he's the best thing on Raw. He is the most reliable. He is the most amazing. He's the most consistent, and he's ready. Because you ask him to do anything, and he, again, you point back to 3MB. That just kind of got thrust on him. I mean, it was what it was, but you see what he took from that, and he honed his craft, and he came back. This.
Yeah.
There has never been anybody more bred to be the guy, the leader, like even more so than Roman. And it would be respected by everyone.
Like we look at the people that have held the Universal Championship, and it's not a very long list.
No.
And it's been like, you don't want to say a belt is snake bit or cursed, but it went to Finn was the first. Immediately
Roman
injured.
begat Brock, begat Goldberg, begat Owens, begat Balor.
So it was Balor.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god. So is this our title that we're going to be able to follow forever and ever? And you and me are going to be able to quote for you. It's not me. So Balor injured like day one with it.
Yep.
And has to relinquish. And everybody was like, he's not the biggest dude, but he's good, I guess. It's cool. And when then Owens had it. And
Well, it was
then-
hot there for a minute because of the way he won, and
It was. And there was a
Yeah.
lot of hype going into it. It was immediately, I don't want to say extinguished, but a victim of
Basically.
unfortunate circumstances.
Mhm.
Then it was on Owens, but the way it was got to Owens was through weirdly kind of nefarious means.
which again I was in. I
That's
was like,
fine because
oh,
he
cool.
played into it and did very good with it.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't. It still didn't have that.
Extinguished.
It still didn't have that. Yeah, that's the top dog around here.
It basically felt like, well, Roman's going to win this,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't, thankfully.
It
But then
took
it
a good
was-
long time.
But then it was Goldberg's going to win this,
Oh,
and he is, and he did,
and okay. Interesting, building up
Just-
some legacy.
just to have him immediately turn around and lose it to Lesnar.
Well, which also building some legacy.
Yeah.
There's some legitimacy to Lesnar, but unfortunately, he's in a place where he's not main roster all the time. He's an attraction, and that's rough to put on your belt. But then they used it as a storytelling tool.
Yep.
They made it a special occasion by limiting it greatly. And then when Roman finally came around to it, it was okay. But it got there in a weird place too, with having that one through the cage who hit the ground first thing.
Yeah.
I think that put a tarnish on it and
Yep.
it put Roman towards that like one more match kind of thing,
Yeah.
which was like, I don't want this. I want somebody else to have a shot.
Mhm.
We get Brock like once every other month or so, maybe, and it's been Roman.
Mhm.
So now Brock and Braun, one of the two, is going to walk away with it.
Yeah.
And now is Braun back to a face? Because we've had some alignment changes.
Well, I mean, both of those 3-man operations imploded over
Yeah.
the last couple weeks because you had Braun losing his S on Ziggler last week, and
It's good for Ziggler for taking it.
totally.
He was the one to take it, and then it keeps McIntyre looking great.
Well, and because then he immediately is like, yeah, no, that's not how it's going down. Bam.
Like immediately, like
Immediately.
nope.
Beautiful. And then Drew continues that this week. So, like, that's done.
And Drew isn't scared of Brock at all. Isn't scared of Braun at
I
all.
love it.
And it's
Nobody has been that. Even Brock at a point was like, ooh, this monster guy.
Yeah, and even with Roman, it took a while with the Roman program for Roman to like step up and be like, oh, I gotta be crazy. Then okay, I can do this. I know someone has taught me the ways of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And but that also gets that tag titles off of McIntyre and Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
So McIntyre is free to move into that direction.
Yes.
And you know what? The program
Do it.
kind of writes itself. Big dudes being big dudes, and this one wrestles very well.
Do it.
Do it.
Well, so does Strowman. We forget
Yeah.
that because he doesn't get to do it very much. But Strowman's a good wrestler too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that string of matches with Big Show,
This is just
surprisingly amazing.
good for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly.
It's almost
how
like
I'd
they were
put it.
happy. It's like, hey, I found a bear my own size. Yay. Yeah.
We're gonna wrestle.
Yeah.
Ralph Wells asks the question: would that make Drew the most successful NXT call-up? I guess it depends on when you start the call-ups. Because I would argue that it'd be Seth. Because technically, Dean and
I think
Roman.
someone put out that fact. There's like Seth has now been a dual champion with all of the Grand Slam champions at one point or the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's a weird stat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else could do that? Seth Rollins.
I mean, Roman has the hardware, but I seriously only think Roman appeared on NXT pre-Shield once. I mean, he was FCW, and then same with. I don't remember seeing Dean at all. I started rewatching the NXTs, and I'm on in 2013, and it's Shield.
Okay, so you didn't get the whole when he's still basically John Moxley.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, the whole weird garbage with
With Mankind, well, with Mick,
yeah, and weirdly with Regal as well.
yeah,
That was
None
some
of that
good
showed up.
stuff. Because that's what we're gonna get now.
yeah,
Dean has been good dude
good dude.
for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's been it always looks like he's trying really hard to hold it together to be that good dude.
Which is fun for the character.
Seth was the other way with being a bad dude. It's like he's like weirdly natural. I know you need a minute here.
We're almost there.
You need a minute here in a minute. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's 52.
If you feel you can take it, we can take it.
Hey,
Yeah. In live. What does that mean? I don't know. But
I love Liv Morgan. That's what it means.
Seth as a bad dude
Stop making it something it's not.
always felt a weirdly little forced, but not necessarily bad because he did it well. He did it well. But
All right.
But Seth, because of his work, it's gonna be fun having him as a good dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that white suit someday. Everybody wants that white
Well,
suit.
again, like,
And Dean is a bad dude.
this is what's aggravating. Seth over the summer was the whitest hot baby
I
face
know, right?
in the company, period.
With the Intercontinental Championship.
Minus Gargano.
Right.
But yeah, like he was white hot. He could do no wrong. And then they put the title on him the second time and immediately threw him into the Shield and cooled him down.
Immediately.
If
But
not sooner.
You know what? I mean, I feel like this could really kick up for both of them.
Mhm.
Because
Oh, this absolutely
this
will.
Dean is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So we had at the end of Raw. Because what went into this that kind of started the whole kind of, I guess, Dean turn. The rumor was Dean was going to turn around Survivor Series, but they moved it up early to kind of capitalize on the time. And well done.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, look, Roman's got to wait. Guess what? We still got to do a show. This is going to be a good show.
Let's start right there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Look,
Right.
every week I have to harp on something.
Please do.
And earlier it was I don't know.
The people bitching about, why'd you have to do it now? They need the moment. That
But
thing?
that's what this became.
Okay.
Why now? Yeah.
Shut up.
Just shut up.
It's not your story. Go create your
So
own
first of
wrestling
all,
organization from the ground up.
everybody was convinced that the second he came back, he was going to be a bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm convinced that people don't like being wrong. They want unpredictability.
Mm-hmm.
But the second they get unpredictability, oh, well, I was wrong.
You didn't do it right.
You didn't do it right. Cool.
What did they get? What did they get, Justin?
They got mad because Dean Ambrose beat the living hell out of Seth Rollins.
They got. That's right.
And that's
Get
fun.
got. It feels good.
It just instead of turning that into, oh well, you did it wrong. Just be like, oh, that Dean Ambrose is a real son of a bitch.
They got me. Look at that. You.
That's what
jerk.
I do. It is. I don't understand.
Look, man, because they weirdly telegraphed it. Like it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. It can't come to. Holy shit! It came tonight. The fact that you can make it like you expect it, and then it's still unexpected when it happens. That's the best.
Capitalizing on. So it was cool when they had Matt and Edge feuding because of a real life affair. That's cool, I guess. I mean, it's not the first time they've used something in real life to progress a storyline. And again, it wasn't Roman that progressed the storyline. If anything, maybe Roman's exit.
It allows these two to step up as characters to tell their stories, and it's going to be really good.
I think Ellie said earlier, and I like this, like Roman was what was kind of, he was the peacekeeper this time around.
Because there was a lot of people trying to pick out like what was said between them, like before after they won the titles and they were in the ring, and it's like it looked like Seth had said it's just us now, and that's kind of like what set him off or whatever. And it's like, no, it's just me, dude. Bye.
I loved,
and then the fact that he drops him with the dirty deeds, like right there on a title, and this was my favorite like moment of the night was Seth on the ground and he's stunned physically, but mentally and emotionally he's like, yeah, I know, and he even said that it's all right, I understand, I get it, and then it's like it was all like, hey, if we just get up now, it could be cool, man, but no, then it's right to those weird Dean punches, which. Yay.
I feel like after the first Dirty Deeds, I don't know if he said this, but I swear to God, it sounded like he did. What was that?
Yeah.
Like he didn't know what he just did. What was that? I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you have no idea the weird depths of the. Have you ever seen that Fork promo from? Shit, I don't know where the hell it was. It must have been. I don't know. It was an old John Moxley program where he's just like threatening a girl with a fork and like talking about how he likes the sound of blood hitting things. It's like it's the best. You have no idea the depths of depravity this gentleman can go to. We gotta get to see it.
Yeah.
It's good. And somebody, and this was a weird just thought post on Reddit somewhere about there's something weird that they could do right now that has never kind of been done before. All of the Raw titles are eaten up by the Shield right now, right? Universal titles were relinquished, and this whole thing was about, hey, Dean, where's your belt?
Yeah.
And that kind of put a little bit of a split in them. And now that they have the tag belts and Rollins holds the Intercontinental belt, what if Rollins just says, "No, I relinquish all these belts, just all of them. It's not about the belts. It's about me and that son of a bitch over there, and we got some stuff to work out. And we have an opportunity for all of the belts to be vacant. Tag, Intercontinental, Universal,
Opens everything
weirdly
back up.
starting from scratch.
Raw needs it.
It could be a good thing.
And again, like,
I don't want this Intercontinental belt. Me and him aren't going to fight over this. We're fighting because we need to.
because we hate each other right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and yeah.
He doesn't even hate him yet.
Right.
But they're going to get there.
They're gonna.
They're gonna
Well,
get
and
there.
because technically that program never finished.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of those feuds that a fight forever feud.
It's a Sami Zayn Kevin Owens, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fight forever. Hey, we're best friends again. Remember all that stuff I did? Yeah, crazy, huh? Oh, you remember all this? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be.
And again, it's one of those situations like we talked about a couple years ago where
Mm-hmm.
Roman was fighting Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H won the title. It's like they don't need that. Like it would be better for Roman without it.
Right.
You may be onto something. Like if I would probably do it, especially they're clearly not going to be a team.
Yeah.
Well, I say that.
Are we gonna get a weird thing where like Seth has to go defend him on his own and just get his ass beat, and like Dean picks the bones? I see that being there. Or you know what? Even if we use it as a weird opportunity, like. If Corbin's like, oh, y'all can't get your stuff together.
Here's AOP.
Here's AOP.
Yeah.
And they could assert dominance like right away.
Yeah.
Destroy Seth Rollins because they're a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And take the titles and have a reign of terror. And I'd be great with that. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Hell, let the Ascension do it. Yeah, I know. Someday.
One can only hope.
Victor.
I love them
Yes.
so much.
They're the best.
They are. They kind of gave me too much of them in the wrong way because it was the same thing for 6 weeks.
I always have hope.
Me too. I always have hope.
Nobody's ever done with you in wrestling.
This is a unique opportunity here
Mm-hmm.
to do some very neat stuff that Raw very badly needs.
Mm-hmm.
Very badly. Because we go back to Braun's ascension up the... poor choice of words. As he ascended up the ladder, like he's doing lots of great...
Or Revival. Yes, indeed.
I'll take Revival. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'll take Revival. Because they're a team. Like, and that could be what they're harping on.
That's the thing,
We
man.
are a team. They are not. I'll definitely take that. But the backstage stuff
Mhm.
that Ambrose and Rollins have done before and can do again,
Yeah.
like Raw needs that.
We're gonna get good story.
Shoot, remember
We've needed story.
remember Ambrose and Corbin
Uh-huh.
when they were feuding for the Intercontinental Championship? Like just what they were able to do in the backstage? Yeah. Raw needs that desperately.
You want to make that backstage feel alive.
Well,
it hasn't felt alive in a
Again,
while.
especially with Raw. SmackDown can get away with it because
SmackDown's great.
they are a show from start to finish,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of in-ring product that's really great.
Yeah, somebody linked that video too with when it was Crazy Dean over on SmackDown and Becky was the champion, and then Dean walked in with the pizza and gave Shane a piece.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, both of those guys are jerks now. This is the best.
But we could just. I hope that they steer into this, and I hope just get the belts away from them. Let Drew kind of climb up.
Drew would benefit from it, and Drew would give legitimacy to it. Braun would be good with it too for a while.
I think so. I think Bras
It's a fun, fresh singles feud that we
Yeah.
have not had that has a lot of potential.
and Braun, he's one of those guys. Like, should he win it? Absolutely. Now, I don't know, but at some point, yes, absolutely. You also have somebody who can benefit from this, Elias.
Hey, hold on. Elias face now?
I don't know. We'll see next week because that was pretty great.
That was pretty great. They got a clean win over Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Who, by the way, 2 straight weeks, love him.
absolutely. Because
Comes
he's
out
being
and he's-
Apollo.
Yeah, finally coming out and being. Look, I loved Titus Worldwide, but I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
Because Dana Brooke is finally getting some television time as
Love
well
Dana Brooke.
as Dana Brooke, and now Apollo is as well.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out and he's like, "Look, everybody is passing me by. I've been just sitting on the sidelines. Even you went past me. I'm done with this. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I'm invested in him."
Yeah. Tell a story, even a simple one. In fact, simple ones are usually better.
Yeah. Anything will help the tag belts besides B Team. I mean, look, B Team was what it was.
They were a team.
They were a team.
It was a transition.
Mhm.
It lasted a bit.
I was
Cool.
hoping it was going to transition to like Revival or AOP.
Yeah.
Initially, I was super psyched on Ziggler and McIntyre being the transition, but
Mhm.
they again immediately abandoned that.
Yeah.
So, oh man, shoot. Now I'm hoping Bobby Roode. Look,
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like he's got to be the one in the Gable because they're not going to be a team for real, right?
Right.
They're going to use that to turn Bobby Roode into a bad guy, right? They have to, because I know it's stupid. I've been playing 2K19, not a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I played enough of it to where I got
Did you buy a blimp yet? Wrong game. Sorry.
tonight maybe. I don't
Blimp
know.
week.
Depends on what time I get home. Is it Blimp Week officially? Because if it's
mean,
Blimp Week, I'm buying a blimp.
I know.
Blimps are on sale. So are the gliders.
I know. I'm thinking.
And they're pretty cheap.
I'll
Like
go.
325 something
Oh,
like that.
minute. Hey, Blimp Glider Week.
Um,
Gliders and blimps. This means nothing to anybody.
what was I talking about? Oh, Rude.
Rude.
2K19. So Guy Wrestling is on SmackDown.
Oh, very good. That's where he belongs.
He's on SmackDown Live, and he just joined, and he was in a 8-man battle royal.
Yeah.
The winner gets a shot at the U.S. champion. The U.S. champion is Bobby Roode.
That makes sense.
Bobby Roode out in a suit, which we haven't seen since NXT,
Uh-huh.
being a bad dude. And I'm just like, that's the guy we need on television, because I can care about that guy. Look, there's nothing wrong with good guy Bobby Roode. I enjoy him. But there's nothing to invest me into good guy Bobby Roode, because he's good at being a bad guy. He's really good at it.
I think that might be a discussion we have 1 week here. Like dudes that are all entrance and very little else. Not nothing against us. Sorry, Glacier. Nothing necessarily against them, but it's like who's more Flash than Substance? And who's more Substance than Flash? It's beside the point.
Yeah, because next week we'll have Evolution to talk about.
Oh my.
A couple things to,
Other hits you got to make?
you know what? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, man.
so remember the Mountie?
I believe
I'm the Mountie.
he
I'm
always-
handsome, I'm brave, and I'm strong. I'm the Mountie, and
handsome,
I
brave,
enforce the law. You can always run, but you can never hide, because I'm the Mountie,
I hide pretty
and
good.
I always get my man.
Slipped my mind. What about the mountain? What?
Do you know he's wrestling still
Wait, what?
for MLW?
Yeah,
He's going by PCO, which is Pierre Carl Ouellet,
yeah.
and he's not human.
Wait, what?
Like, he's a zombie. MLW's weird, man. You should watch it.
It's cool. Look, I'll watch some MLW if you watch some DDT.
I'd love to watch DDT on a more regular
There
basis.
was a
You know, I love that.
GIF that came out this week of them just in giant panda suits, like 12-foot tall panda suits, just fighting in the ring.
Fun times.
Like, had I not been dumb, yeah, I'll get that to you. That I feel that one's timeless. Giant pandas fighting, always a good time.
Exactly, Ralph. Good guy Bobby Roode is just a song. Glorious puns.
Word.
Like that song, he's a good guy because of that song. People wouldn't boo him. But if you start giving people a reason to boo him, maybe we'll boo him. I'm trying to think of some of the other weird characters on MLW, but it's escaping me. MLW is Major League Wrestling is a good product.
He's a zombie.
He's like a zombie.
Most wrestling's a good product.
Impact Wrestling.
Okay. I'll shush now.
Speaking of more zombies, I want to applaud the thought process here.
Mm-hmm.
I execution a little weird, but the follow up could be great.
What's up?
You remember Allie?
Yeah.
So there was a whole story that I had missed where Kira Hogan, I guess, got abducted by Su Yung, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Sinister Minister brought Allie. This was a whole thing on their pay-per-view, which...
Explain it to me. Pretend I've never watched wrestling before.
So remember the House of Horrors match?
Yeah.
Very similar.
Okay.
Only
Same fridge?
instead of a house, I guess it was supposed to be hell.
Oh, okay. Happens.
I know
Hell in a hell match.
I remember they kind of crawl into a casket at some point, and again, execution not great.
A
it
little
looked-
takeoff of the
it looked
the,
good.
The broken world there.
Right, and
It's the hey, we don't have to be real. Let's get weird.
oh no, I applaud the effort.
Absolutely.
Take the chance, absolutely take the chance. Be different. Weird that they put it on Bound for Glory. Could have easily, I feel like, fit that into Impact, but
Been
that's
fun TV segments.
but neither here nor there.
Okay.
So the end of so Allie goes around this haunted house, whatever it is, and she's like beating up fake Su Youngs everywhere until she finds the real one, and then they go to leave, and Mitchell comes and he's like, "Hey, I told you I'm taking your soul." She's like, "Ah, whatever," and they leave anyway.
Whatever, man. Beat it, dude.
Beat it, guy. Then this week on Impact, at the end of her match, I don't know who she was wrestling, but Allie like flips a switch and kind of she becomes possessed. And again, the execution not great. I think it's on the wrong character, to be honest. Nothing against her. I think it's on the wrong character. But she starts losing her ass and like really beating the living crap out of and choking her opponent.
Interesting.
Again, it got my attention. I feel like there's probably somebody there that really could sink their teeth into that and really do it well. I don't know who, but
You get weird. Have some sea monsters fighting.
the
That's all I
fact
want.
the fact that they're doing it and trying it, I'm forever appreciative of, because you have to stand out. You have to be different. You have to take those chances. You also have the Smoke Show, Scarlett Bordeaux. She's got her search for talent out there, which she's officially taking. It's a little bit like Lucha. They are kind of leaning towards that, more cinematic. Because even the tag titles, like it's LAX and the OGs right now. It's very more cinematic than anything happening in ring.
Hey, that's cool, man.
They're borrowing from Lucha a little, yeah. And Conan's involved, so of course, take a little bit.
Hey, you know what? You tell a good story. A few less bumps. Stretch them acting chops, yo.
Yeah. Then you had, what was that? Smoke Show, Scarlett Bordeaux, officially taking fan applications to be for her to represent. I'm intrigued. Again, not intrigued enough yet to watch the product, but the place where I watch Raw shows clips, and I watch the clips every week, and I'm like, okay, so they're doing stuff over there.
Interesting.
I dig it. And then we'll end on this note.
Oh, you got one?
Yep.
I got one too.
Oh, you want to do yours first?
Yeah, it's fine.
Or do you want me to do mine first? 'Cause mine's, I think, common knowledge.
Oh, little one. I think it was just today. Somebody going back and forth with Cody on Twitter. Cody basically alluding like, "Oh yeah, I'm done with that Bullet Club stuff. Didn't you? Jay White's taking over now." And everyone's like, "What? Wait, what?" And then nothing. What? Nothing. That's all. Cody being
Cody being Cody. Stirring the pot.
I don't know how to start.
Well, let me build on that because mine was Cody related too.
Ooh.
Lost the NWA championship. Nick Aldis is now your 2-time NWA champion.
The dealer.
I was so badly trying to find NWA 70 somewhere. I wanted to watch it to no avail. I mean, it was live on Fight TV, and I guess if I wasn't such a shit, I could pay for Fight TV, but times is tight, yo.
Yeah, and they keep putting out a good product. It'll drag you in eventually. Ooh, also another paid product, Pac. Doing a nice big promo for announcing the Dragon Gate streaming service. Which,
Look at
hey,
him.
man, he's a dude that's like, he was one of those physical dudes who learned a hell of a lot of character coming up through the refining in WWE. And now he's back over in Dragon Gate, and he looks like a master.
Yeah.
A master. His wrestling craft was masterful to begin with, but his character work, oh, man, he's a devious, awful bastard. This gaggle of deviants is going to do awful things to all of your heroes.
I like it.
It's like, ooh,
I like it.
ooh, I care. That's all I want to do.
Hey, Nathan.
Huh?
Could somebody please tell Liv that I love her?
Somebody should.
I just feel like, I mean, it'd be nice.
Someone should
Someone should do that.
tell Liv.
STL.
Someone.
I'm not Bay yet. But I feel like I'm a couple tweets away from her sliding up in my DMs.
And doing what? Telling you to stop?
Telling me how great I am? Right.
Has she
Confident
heard?
Justin is real in.
Has she heard Kicks Are Fire yet?
I don't know.
Don't sing it. Don't press that goddamn button.
I feel like I might send her some of my covers, these goals covers that I've done too. Like, hey, I recorded another one today. In the Arms of Sleep by the Smashing Pumpkins.
See, I've heard of them.
You know that one song?
Bitch. I expressed some genuine joy one day, and I learned a lesson. That's what I did. Hey, everybody, we're hashtag WrestlePals. That's me. We're hashtag WrestlePals. If you dig us, dig what we do, could I please encourage you to go to patreon.com. I'm going right to the hard sell here, Justin. Patreon.com/OhiJustin. That's him. That's this guy.
You know what happens at $100 a month?
What happens?
Justin Fest. 24 hours of me. And Liv.
Are you sure you can handle 24 hours of you?
Yeah. And Liv.
Patreon.com/OhiJustin. Let's push him further towards insanity. Why don't we, huh? That's the home of WrestlePals. It's the home of Deprogrammed, the finest music show on the internet. Swears to you. It's the home of the Ohi Justin Pod, his daily little delves into madness and thoughts and positivity. Most of the time.
Mostly.
But if you dig this show, Facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA, that's the page. You want to reach out to us on Twitter @WrestlePalsVA. When I say us, I mean him. But
Yes.
still, it's the show. It's the show, you know? Or if you want the back video catalog, YouTube.com, search for #WrestlePals, spell it out. If you want the audio format, you can get it anywhere now.
Yeah.
You can get it at the iTunes. You can get it on the Stitcher. You can get it on Spotify.
Get it on Spotify.
Yeah, we like you again, Spotify. Thank you. Love you. We do. Too much? Too far? Yeah. Want to get in touch with
Morgan.
yeah, that too. If you want to get in touch with us individually, it's easy to get hold of Justin @the Hulkster on Twitter. He's on there all the damn time. He's got links to all the fun, wacky garbage. Garbage, that's terrible. I must say garbage. That's a term of endearment, though. All the wacky garbage he's up to, you can find on there, and he loves the interaction. If you can't throw a buck his way, just
Thanks, Romeo.
listen to his stuff. Interact with him. Talk to him. He's readily accessible and loves the interaction. You put #WrestlePals at anything, he'll find it. It's amazing. He's weird like that. I put it on a rock one day. He brought it to me and hey, what's this? Did you see this? I'm like, yeah, I did that. That's cool. Weird. If you want to get in touch with me, best of luck to you.
I just tweeted you.
Son of a bitch.
Hello, fake phone call.
Hello? Hello, lock screen. How are you?
Good call.
You want to get in touch with me? It's at
Look
the
at my
Nate
lock
Project
screen.
on Twitter. I don't reply a whole lot, but I like occasionally. But I'll know that I do see every one of them, and it creeps me out in a weird way. Like someone from the other side of the world is reaching out and saying hi, and that's weird. Ruined my day at the Nate Project.
Thanks everybody who has been chatting on the Facebook tonight. Appreciate it. And,
Yeah, absolutely,
Make sure you
man.
come back for the live.
Help steer the show. What
Night,
you want
Ralph.
to talk about? We
Yeah.
love it. We love it. To the hard sell where I
Time-
can tell them I love them.
Time to do the thing.
I play cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Hard to get. Hard to love. God damn hashtag WrestlePals.
I lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.